Okay guys, so here is my pork in the slow cooker. I sprayed my slow cooker really well with olive oil spray so that nothing sticks. And then I have a pork loin that is a little over 2 pounds. It doesn't have to be exact. This isn't an exact recipe. Like I said, I made it up myself. So something around 2 pounds, and it does make quite a bit, so you'll have leftovers, which I really like for lunches. So that's the pork in there, and it's trimmed of fat. And then what I do is I don't have, you know, exact measurements, but I'll try to you know, guess how much I'm putting in there. So I have chili powder here, and I just sprinkle it over top really well because you're going to add liquid too. So chili powder, I would say that's probably like 1.5 teaspoons. And I have cumin, and just sprinkle that over top. And this might look like a lot of seasoning, but it really it's really flavorful, and it isn't a lot once it's cooked. And then garlic powder. So probably like 1.5 teaspoons of each one. You can start with that. And then I almost put the red pepper flakes on the poor side. That wouldn't have been good. And if you like spicy, spicy things, I have red pepper flakes, and we like spicy in our house. So, and a lot of it cooks off, so don't be afraid to add, you know, to taste there. So that's it. Just cumin, chili powder, garlic powder, and red pepper flakes just right on top of the pork loin. And then I have one 8-ounce can of tomato sauce, and I just pour that right over top. And I have a can of, these are fire roasted diced green chilies, but you can definitely use the regular kind. Just regular green chilies. It's hard to cook with one hand. So just get those out. This is probably shaking the camera by me doing this, but you get the idea. So that's all it is, and I'll write the recipe below, but it's very easy. And basically you're just going to put the lid on and let it cook for about 4 hours on high, or about, I would say, 7 or 8 hours on low. And you don't need to do anything to it while it's cooking. Just let it be, let the steam, leave the steam in there, don't open the lid or anything, and then you'll shred it once it's cooked and nice and tender. So I'll go ahead and show you what I do when it's done cooking and what I serve it with. Okay guys, so this is what the pork will look like when it has, after it's cooked for, this has cooked for about 4.5 to 5 hours. So you can just break it up with a fork, and it's very tender. So I just basically break it all up with a fork and let it sit in here on low while I cook rice and beans, so it will absorb some of the liquid. So yep, it's just really easy to shred it with a fork, and I am going to do that. It will be easier if I can use both of my hands. So basically just shred that all up, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done and what I serve it with. Okay guys, so once it was done cooking, I shredded it, and it soaked up a lot of the juices in there, and I tasted it, and make sure you taste it and see if you want it seasoned a little more. I added some salt, probably about 1 teaspoon, and a little more of the spices, the garlic powder, cumin, and chili powder, just to give it a little more flavor. It depends on your taste. We like our food to have a lot of flavor, so now it's perfect. But this is how I served it. Just on corn tortillas, just put those in the oven so that they're a little crisp, but not too hard because you want to be able to fold them, just for a couple minutes. And I just lay them right on the rack and they get to be the perfect texture. And so I just have the pork, a little Colby Jack cheese. You can use the reduced fat if you want, a little shredded romaine lettuce, and you can add cilantro if you like cilantro, and then a little sour cream and salsa. And then I just serve it with rice. You could make whatever kind of rice you like. I have brown rice here, and I have some black beans that I just sauteed. We like garlic, so we tend to use a lot of garlic in our food, but I sauteed 2 cloves of garlic, a little bit of onion, and some olive oil until they were cooked, and then added the black beans, and then I just seasoned them with cumin, chili powder, a little bit of red pepper flakes, salt, and you can add cilantro to those too if you like cilantro. Just do it at the end so it doesn't get really cooked in, just so it has a fresh flavor. And that's how I served it. So I hope you enjoy this recipe. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up below. And if you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe to my channel, How Jen Does It. Thank you so much for watching.